Black hat SEO techniques try to trick search engines into thinking that a website is relevant for a particular search term. They do this by manipulating weaknesses in the search engine's algorithm. One example of an old black hat technique is using white text to increase a particular item's occurrence on a white background. In the past, when search engines were less sophisticated, they wouldn't notice the fact that there was white text on a white background and would think the keyword density of that phrase was greater on that page and therefore would rank it higher in the search results. Another black hat technique would be keyword stuffing, so put the same phrase on the page multiple times. Now, search engines have evolved since these, they're very old techniques, but that is an example of the kind of thing that would be done. Black hat techniques depend on reverse engineering the search engine's algorithm and so are very sensitive to algorithm changes. So what that means is if you're doing something which is outside the search engine's rules, the search engines will eventually probably pick up on it and they will change their algorithm to mean that that doesn't boost your website anymore and your website will go from a high position to a low position overnight. If you're depending on your business for your high positioning and consistent positions in the search engines, that could be very bad for your business. So it's better over time to play by the search engine's rules. And that is what is known as white hat SEO. White hat SEO techniques build long-term traffic through quality content and relevant links from other highly ranked sites. The aim is to create a site optimized for search engines that provides a pleasant experience for users. Whilst all search engine optimization is an attempt to reverse engineer the algorithm to a certain extent, white hat SEO is not about chasing the algorithm. Instead, it is about building search engine prominence while staying within the guidelines set by Google and other major search engines. So on this slide, we have an example of white hat and black hat techniques. So black hat techniques are things like, as I say, things like keyword stuffing. That's putting the same keywords on the page multiple times to try and make Google rank you higher for that keyword. Doesn't really work anymore, but it's an example. Buying links, that's known as link farming. So you would buy links or otherwise get links which weren't created organically in order to get far more links into your websites. Now, Google will monitor the number of links that going into your website and how those links build over time. And if it thinks you've got too many links too quickly, it will downgrade your site. Another example of doing this is blog comment spam. Now, blogs will link to, comment on blogs. You can link to websites, and one way of generating lots of links is creating lots of comments. And again, Google will probably notice that. So white hat techniques is about creating good quality, fresh, relevant content, getting links organically from sites that are relevant to your site, and optimizing things like your page content, page title, and page tags. So as a business, should you be using white hat or black hat SEO techniques? It's no secret that black hat techniques can generate traffic in the short term. However, they are hypersensitive to changes in the search algorithm. Furthermore, using techniques not approved by Google puts websites at tremendous risk of being penalized or de-indexed, i.e. removed from the search results. White hat techniques play with the rules to create a site that will receive traffic over a long period of time, building an asset for its owners. Now, Google has published a list of guidelines which you should read and understand, and if you do what they say, you can't do wrong. The Google recommendations include make pages firstly for users, not for search engines. So your pages need to be readable and they need to read like they're naturally written and with the user in mind. Don't try to deceive your users. Avoid tactics intended to boost search engine rankings. A helpful test is to ask, does this help my users? Would I still do this if a search engine didn't exist? Finally, consider what makes your website special. Make your website distinct from others in your field and it will naturally get people linking into it and people visiting it.